Hello everybody and welcome to another of my videos on Dungeon Crusher Soul Hunters. Today I am making a video based off of a request that I had. I had one of my viewers ask for me to make a video on killing maps. Specifically they asked for a video on killing Cyril, the angel, but I figured that I would go ahead and just make a video on all 5 stages of the maps. Yes, I did say 5. Um, there are the first 2 stages of maps are the same, which are Caramel and um, Tin Night. And then at that point, you can decide whether you want to continue the map and go with Kazinch, or you can go convert it over to Fairy Pollen and get a Cyril. And then at that point, it further divides. Cyril turns into Trent, and Kazinch turns into Peach. Now, the Peach and the Trent fights are the exact same fights, so you use the same deck. So 3 out of the 4 stages you use the same decks, but on Kazinch and Cyril it is different decks. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. The first thing I'm going to do is I need to open up my mail. Alright, so I have been keeping these maps in my mailbox for quite a long time. At least these ones, see, very long time. This one I got this past week, which amazed me considering how many maps I actually had in my inventory active. So the secret of this is if you want to keep up your statistics and your percentage on finding Draadors during siege, then when you track one, you just leave it in your mailbox and you put the little star in there, and then you just leave it there forever and don't collect it. That then keeps your search percentage at the maximum amount. Okay, so that's how you do it. Once they are out of your mailbox and into your loot down here, it doesn't matter what stage they are in, whether they're in the first map stage, whether you have them even before the first map stage, or in one of the further stages. They will all count against your percentage on they all count against your percentage on finding Draadors. Okay. Alright, so here these two are. We're gonna go ahead and open them and see there's a map. Okay, so this is what they start out as after you get your Draador tracked and open up the adventure chest. Start out as these little maps over here. While I'm making this video, I might as well go ahead and I'll fight a couple different bosses too. I'll fight this guy and then one of these guys as well. These are ones you get from Lair, from being in a clan that does the Lair. So I'll go ahead and show those while I'm at it. Just because. It seems like fun. Where am I at? Oh, yes. So, I'm going to go ahead and summon my first map. Here we go. So, this is what caramel looks like. Caramel, you know, potato, potato. So, let's take a look in here at what you got. I'm going to change my deck, okay? So, this is the deck I use like all the time now. This deck is a really great deck and kills pretty much everything. My Green Void here is at maximum now. He is $35 at Galaxy X with 4 red stars. Usually he can start killing everything around $10 with 4 blue stars. So if you're not in a Lair clan, don't worry about it. You don't need red stars in order to get to this point. As long as you have Kulazar, Mictolin, and the Green Arbiter, you'll be fine without it. I do use the White Arbiter as well. If I haven't switched it over, the Pumpkin Duke, I just got him this year, and when he comes out, he raises all stats by 30%, which is not bad, and I would probably use that in some of my other decks. But your White Arbiter gives 55% to 2 random allies, so that's a little bit higher percentage. And then, of course, Albert there gives 50% to Wisdom, which is what my Green Void uses for attack. However, this is where most of you guys are going to start, okay? So right now, I started being able to kill most of these bosses in the map with an Ophaniel deck, an Ophaniel Defender deck. And so the Ophaniel Defender, let me find Ophaniel, where are you? Here he is. So I have the Defender rune and then some various other runes that really don't, I mean, they're good. So like this one, is an immunity debuffs. That's nice to have. This one is another good one. You get this from fighting the Pyromancer bosses, and it gives you 2 abilities. So he raises his own damage by 25%, but then also gives you immunity against burn damage. So this burn damage is really key to have during these fights. The burn damage. So I have that. Because you'll need that later against Peach and Trent. Now, if you don't have this one, that's fine. There are base runes that are immunity to burn damage, and so that's what I used for the longest time until I got that one. Then the other thing is here, this immunity to devouring. That is really key for the Carmel fight. Okay, so the immunity to devouring is what you want to have for your Carmel fight. And then, of course, Defender is good to have. And this deck worked okay. I just got Kulazar not too long ago, but I used to use LG, and LG is this guy down here. There he is. I used to use him frequently for that. But he dies pretty quickly. Even with the Defender, your other boss is Peach or Trent, and they do an attack on all of your guys, and they killed LG pretty quickly. So it would take a lot of attacks in order to beat Peach at that level. But the thing was, I didn't have Kulazar, and the other thing was, it was Kulazar now had. Oops, sorry, I didn't want to do that. Come back, Kulazar. Where are you? What did I do with you? I'm gonna back out. Sorry. Let's go back in. Here. Alright, and so Kulazar, wherever he is, I don't see him. There he is. Alright, and so for Kulazar, having the sneak rune is pretty key as well. I've only gotten one sneak rune out of the 2 years I've been playing. I've only gotten one defender rune out of the 2 years I've been playing, and I've only gotten one hexproof rune out of the 2 years I've been playing. I am lucky in that respect. A lot of people have defenders, and fewer people have sneak. There are people that have been playing this game and are a higher level than I that still don't have sneak. Sorry, Vegna, I love you. Hopefully you get one this rune week. And then hexproof, they're not, again, a lot of people don't have hexproof. And then fortitude, I don't have fortitude at all. I've never gotten one of those. And so sneak is a great rune to have. It makes your guy the last one to get hit. And so that's great. That's really a must for the wisdom deck that I have in order to make your deck well. So unless you have the sneak rune, and you have Mictolin and Green Arbor, You have to have those three things. Even if you have LG, it can still work. But you have to have the Sneak Rune, Mictlan, and Green Arbiter to make this deck the most successful that you can. And even if you don't have Green Void, I used my Peach Needle for quite a long time. And he's only level 16. And so I used him starting at like level 12 on this and was, being very successful with it. Still took a lot more attacks, but, it worked out well. But as for this deck, the Ophaniel deck, which is what we're going to look at, you can start using this deck as early as level 10 for Ophaniel, as long as you have a defender. All right. Now, the other thing is, I don't want to mess with any of my decks. Sorry, guys. But when you are fighting these maps, you can kill the first one fairly easily just by using, like, UGX and Morris. Here's Morris. Using any of your 230M heroes. As long as they're at Galaxy X with 4 stars, well, I mean, you don't have to have 4 stars, but as long as they're at Galaxy X, you can use 2 of them during Rune Week, and you can kill him fairly simple. He may not be the easiest, but it might take a few power attacks, but you can certainly do that with a deck with 2 of these guys. By the way, this puppy dog dude, he's also a wisdom attacker, so if you don't have Green Void or Peach or Necro, or Soul Mauler, you can use this guy instead on your deck, and if you have all the elements except for Peach or Green Void. But yeah, you can use 2 of these guys, and it'll be alright. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna take him out, and I'll leave him in. I'm gonna put UGX and Morris in here. Save. You know what? I need to see if I can put. Oh, I can't do that. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave them in there. I'm gonna try to attack this guy with that. Oh, look at that. I've already wasted 9 minutes on this. So let's do a power attack, see what happens. All these buffers, and you can use whatever buffers you have. You don't have to have any of these buffers. Oh yeah, see, that's a cool rune that I just picked up in the layers, is that it kills anybody that has a rage. And so it just killed all those guys that had rage. Does my Colasar have rage? I hope not. I bet he does. Oops. Or did I take Colasar out? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, guys. See, that's the Devour, what he just did there. That's why you want to have that immunity devouring. They come pretty frequently during your rune week. So you can see that these fights are tough, but and it'll take you a few times. I'm not gonna watch it anymore because it's not going too well. But if you taxed 1500, that's easy. All right. So if you just progress through this, like I said, it may take you a while, but you could certainly do this with the 230M heroes. So what's that for? This one's 5. 6. 7. So about 7 attacks, 7 to 10 attacks, maybe 15 if you're really unlucky and the RNG hates you. But you can win that way, right? All right, and so let's see. Let me put Nathaniel back in and Kozar back in. Okay. All right, and so let's go ahead and let's pop off our other one, and I'll show you my Nathaniel deck. Um, I haven't tried it yet, so let's try it. I'm going to try a single attack on this. I know that my green void deck, I can kill this guy and the next guy with just a single attack without having to do a power attack. See, you can see where he did that devour and it didn't hurt him. That's why you want that. Now the purpose of this deck is these guys all have rage on them. They don't have to, but once you get rage runes, it really is very helpful. And then they'll just attack this guy. If you don't have the rage runes, then what you're going to want is you're going to want somebody like Zeus or Ina who you can, well, you'll still have to have rage for that. But you're going to want somebody that can kill the other buffers, so that they attack him, Nathaniel. Because the more people that attack Nathaniel, the higher he gets buffed. And as you can see right now, he's starting to get up there. And so, as you can tell already, this is a much more potent deck than the 230Ms. See, there you go. And so I got this guy at around $10 is when I started being able to kill those guys. And again, you're going to want to start off with your power attacks. I was just doing that for my own curiosity. But you're going to want to do power attacks for a while. And then once you have killed that guy, you're going to go check out your mail. And here you go. We're going to collect this and this. I'll collect that. That reminds me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to look and see who the event hero is this week while I'm thinking about it. Say it. I think I already have him. And Queen. Okay. Queen of Pain. All right. So then what you'll do is you'll go back into your loot, and you're gonna scroll down, and you're gonna find your treasure chests. So these treasure chests, here they are. We'll take a look at the contents. You get the blueprint, which is the second one. You get 1-star elixir, which is nice. 25 bottles, not too shabby. One of these mythical orbs, which you need to create mythical weapons, and then you get one of these small rune chests, which are practically useless. I've seen people pull a defender rune out of it, and it annoys the crap out of me, but you can do it. So I'm going to open both of those, all right, and then I've got 2 blueprints here. Let's go ahead and summon the first one. All right, so when we attack this guy again, you probably could kill him with a 230. It's M hero or 2, but it's going to take you probably 50 or more power attacks to take this guy out. Other than that, again, with my green void deck, I can kill this guy just by doing a single attack. Maybe I'll show you that. And then let's try a single attack here with my Nathaniel deck just to see if it works. Otherwise, I'll do a power attack. And you see, as these guys enter in, they buff everybody, but then they like kill each other. So as long as your guys are killing each other every time and being revived every time by Kalinch, you're okay. I mean, your Ophaniel is gonna get better. I don't know why I have her in there. Should really have a different buffer. I think I put her in there for a different fight, and I just never took her out. But that's okay, because, Raka will boost, and so will Naziba and Garrick. Should probably get Billy up there. Well, these guys must not have the kill all rage thing, which is okay. This is how it should work. I think she does, though. Yeah. But everybody else who has rage, typically if you don't have the kill rage, what they do is they all attack Ophaniel, and they make him, like, super, super powerful. See, they keep attacking Ophaniel. So you have 4 different guys attacking Ophaniel all the time. You don't even really need Kalinch with this deck to do that if you have all the rage people with the defender, because they will just all attack Ophaniel. Okay, so a single attack wasn't good enough, but we'll throw down a power attack here. But as you can see, the fight is really simple. You don't have to worry about the devouring, because devouring doesn't even really work. I mean, you don't have a devouring. Tin Knight doesn't do devouring. It does have these little mobs, and they're kind of annoying, but Ophaniel takes care of them pretty quick, especially on a power attack. And then more buffs, kill the people, bring more people in, kill that dude, smash, smash, smash. So you can see he's already starting to go down real fast. The more Valors you have on Ophaniel, the better off he is. I think mine's at 18 or 19 right now. I don't have him all the way up, but it is in the plans. When it's not Rune Week or Week 3, I use Ophaniel. See, I don't even have to worry about it for Week 3 anymore, because I don't really even use this deck much anymore, because I don't need to. My Green Void deck just wipes the floor with everybody. I was really surprised, because I was in one of the other fights, I was using my Green Void deck, and I forgot to switch decks, and he still just smashed through everybody. So, after this one, when I summon the next Tin Knight, I'll show you the Green Void deck. Okay. Alright, so there you go. So it's fairly simple, like I said, to be able to kill Tin Knight with the Ophaniel Defender deck. And let's go ahead and summon the other one. And let me show you my Green Void deck while we're at it. And then after this is when we move on to the Cyril fights and the... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Alright, and let's go ahead and attack. I'll do a single attack. Just because it saves on bugles. Not that I don't have a ton of bugles, but... So the purpose of this is I have 4 defenders, so that most of them will die. Bring in my second line team, and then with my second line team in there... See, that's one of the problems if you have one of your defenders left. It takes up room to where you could have been bringing in other buffers, but it's not really going to matter. And again, you want your buffers to die so that they can come back in and be rezzed by Kalinch. Because every time they come back, they give all those bonuses. That's 150% to there. And so smash, smash. You can see how That is very helpful. I may not kill this guy this turn, but I may not need another attack. Very, very unlucky to get that guy back. Alright, yeah, see, so it didn't work this time. But you can see that it's even a power attack, you're going to get him. And again, you're going to be using power attacks most of the time. Oops. I guess I'm out of bugles. Alright, so I'm just going to bypass this because he'll be dead. There we go. Alright, and then, okay, so then after you've killed him, you go back into your mail once again, and here you go. You're collecting your treasure chests once more. We're going to go back into our items, scroll all the way down, find our new treasure chests. Here we go. Open it up. All right, and so now I'm getting 3 of the mystical orbs. I'm still getting 1 of those. I do get the next summons. Getting some holograms here. I get, again, these that aren't very good, but I am getting some bottles now, more bottles. That's 100. I think the first one was 25. So, you know, it's nice to be able to kill these things on your own. Now, crafting, the next step is to craft. I'm only going to craft 1. So you're going to want to find your fairy pollen. Now the problem with crafting this fairy pollen is there is a chance it will fail. And I've seen them fail with other people. I think I've only had it fail 1 time, and it's not fun. And so I believe the magic number is 8. It's probably 6, but I'm going to put 8 out there. See, because you can see the creation is 99% instead of 100%, or 99 with the, you know, the greater than symbol. So it can fail, and it does fail, which is why it is not always the best idea to convert this over to Cyril. But Cyril is the easier fight for most people. So let's hope. Okay, yay. All right. Alright, so I'm done with that. I don't want to do any more of those. So let's go back into the siege. Cyril is the easier fight for most people, because they can, once you kill the angels around Cyril, it's it's a real easy fight. But Kazinch, which we will summon him first. Okay, so here he is, right? The problem with this guy is that he has, let me go into my decks. This is not the deck I want. Okay. So typically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want, if you have an oath deck like this, you're going to want to take out one of your guys. You really need to have either Munis in here, which I do not have, or you need Agazots, which I do have. I don't remember how much he cost me, but he does cost a lot of voids. Where is he at? Why can't I find Agazots? There he is. Alright, so he does cost a lot of voids to get, and I did get him. I was told, oh, he's the end-all be-all. That's who you need to have in your deck to be able to kill Cyril easily, or Kazinch easily. So I got him, and then it didn't work. Because I needed, like, other stuff. I believe at the time I was trying to work on my Peach deck, and I put him in my Peach deck, but it didn't work. So let's go ahead and save it, and then let's watch the fight, and I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and do a power attack this time, because I'm not even sure how it's going to go. But here's what's happening, okay? So when Kazinch comes out, first of all, you have these 4 guys. So he has an Agazots already. Okay? And so this Agazot will silence all of your people, and then that's just bad. The other thing is, well, I thought those guys had Defender, but they don't. So you can see there, because my Agazots didn't come out and didn't silence him, he silenced my Ophaniel. And so now this battle is not going to work very well because Agazots is going to survive. And I won't be able to do very much damage with Ophaniel. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just skip this. See, not much damage. So let's go ahead and do another power attack. I'm probably going to switch Agazots to the front line at this point. Well, that guy died pretty quick. He must have got smashed during the last fight. Okay, so what we're hoping for is Agazots to do his special attack and silence this guy. And he did not. And he's still not. This is why Green Arbiter is very key in some of these fights, because Green Arbiter gives these guys a higher percentage to do their special attacks. Yeah, so now he silenced it. We're going to go ahead and end this fight. And then we're going to go into the deck. We're going to take out Pumpkin Duke. We're going to take this guy out. And then we're going to put Garrick back in there, because that's who I normally have in that spot. Wherever he is, there he is. Add that guy. No, sorry. That's not what I do. Where's Agazots? I want him in the first spot. Then we're going to put Garrick down below. And then I'm going to take her out. And I'm going to add in... I don't have her up. Or him up. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It's Billy. I would assume it's a guy, but it looks like a girl because it's an elf. But Billy could be a girl's name or a boy's name. He is a good one to have, but the problem is he takes away guilds. He's got weakening, so then when he hits Ophaniel, he actually does more damage. Let's go ahead and put Pumpkin Duke in there. Alright, so let's take a look at it now on how it should work with the Agazots being, see, gave him the extra. And even now it doesn't, yeah, see, even now it doesn't mean that it'll work. So we're going to end this fight. We'll do another one. Come on, there we go. Alright, so he finally silenced him. That's what we need to happen. So it may take you a couple extra fights in order to make that happen, but then once he's silenced, he can't silence you. And so Munus does the same thing. Munus, once he attacks people, he silences them. And so now all of the guys are being silenced, and Ophaniel's going to start getting lots of buffs like that. So now all 4 of those guys will only attack Agazots. These guys should mostly attack, I mean, not Agazots, Ophaniel, and buff him like that. Agazots just gets annoying at this point and doesn't really do a whole lot. So the more times Ophaniel gets hit, the more times he'll kill people like that. And as long as he's doing his 6 attacks per turn, it makes it even better. Sometimes he won't. But look at that. Even when he doesn't, once he gets up high enough, then he just smashes everybody. Even though these guys are not dead yet, since I killed the main boss, the fight would be over even if I didn't kill those guys. But I did. So, that's what you have. Alright, so that's the Kazinch fight. Okay, now, I'm going to go back into my deck and I'm going to put it back the way it was. One can do go top, and then down there was, I don't know, who did I have down there? Oh, I had Aurora. I don't need her in there. I'll put her back. Because who cares? Alright, so now let's summon Cyril. Here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and go into Cyril. So for the Cyril fight, this one is actually what I have my other deck for. Okay? So in my other deck, whether you have a Wisdom guy here, or you have your Ophaniel deck, so it's one of these two. Okay? What you're going to want, you want Dindy, and you want Draador in your fight. Okay? The reason being is here, and let's just go ahead and go over here, and let's put them in here so I can show you that. There's Draador, and there's Dindy. Save. Alright, so the reason why is that when you get into this, these 2 guys in the back, they have Defender on them, so you have to kill them first. And the easiest way to kill them is by getting their HP down really low. So first you got to kill these 2, then you got to kill these 2 before you can even get to Cyril, who has Sneak. And so Dindy and Draador are who you need in there because they do their special attack, hopefully, like that. And they take most of it out. And so, wow, they killed Ophaniel, which is, a bad thing. And which is why you have to do this attack a lot. A lot, a lot. Okay? So you're going to lose. So this is, when you first start off, you're going to be fighting this fight, and you're going to be doing 50, 60, 75, maybe 100 power attacks just to get this first 2 sections. So first you got to kill these guys, then you got to kill these guys, and then you can get to Cyril. And then Cyril by himself is pretty simple to kill. But you have to get rid of all of these defenders first. And so you're really hoping for Dindy and Draador to produce, see, dead again. And so basically I don't watch these fights, I just keep hitting power attack, and power attack, and power attack, until I see that they're gone. Okay, so I got the first one gone. The other thing is Cyril will heal these guys, which is really annoying. And sometimes after they die, he then resurrects them back, which is like that. So it gets really super annoying. And so I'll just keep doing power attack after power attack after power attack until basically I see that there's some damage done there. That's when I know that all of the angels are gone and it's safe to go ahead and go in and just switch your deck. Dindy doesn't seem to want to be producing, neither does. Am I getting this wrong? Does their special attack not work on them? It's been a while, guys. I apologize. Wow. He's got Defender, and he still didn't even attack. What are they doing? I've got Defender. Why are they not attacking? Oh, yeah, so they don't... That doesn't even work on them. Okay. So... Once you have those first two guys dead, that's when you switch back from those to your normal deck. Who did I... See, I'm learning as I go, guys, because it's been a while since I've had to do any of this. That's when you switch back to your main deck. And again, this will take, you know, a good number of hits, because you kind of have to just sit there and wait. You could get lucky and your Ophaniel will then, like, just go on a tear. The other thing is, there's a way, I can't remember how it's done, but there is a way that a lot of people can make a deck to kill these guys for you, so that without killing the big boss, and then that way you can maybe this is why I had Aurora in there. That way you could kill these guys better. Kill these guys easier. I don't remember what I was saying. I got sidetracked, sorry. But these special abilities are quite annoying. Especially since they're killing off my guys. And you can't silence him because you can't hit him. You would be silencing these guys. So a lot of times, I think I did leave Agazats in here to silence these guys so that they just do single attacks against Cyril. I mean, Ophaniel. And then raise Ophaniel's attack up even higher. But this is why it takes, you know, 50 to 100 power attacks per Cyril if you're doing it by yourself instead of having a clanmate help you out. And I think this rage kill rune is really doing me a disservice right now. Because it's a lot nicer when all four of your buffers are hitting Ophaniel each turn to give him super buffs. Alright, so we're going to get out of this one. Alright, I'm going to jump over to the deck that I'm used normally now. We'll hit that select back, and we'll do a power attack. So this deck, even with the two defenders, this deck generally kill all 5 of them in one power attack. we'll see what happens now. I mean, there are times when it takes 5 or 6 power attacks. Or even if you don't have your guy up to 35, I mean, you're still going to be able to get there eventually. Um, you'll, I mean, it might take you 15 or 20 power attacks, but, you know, that's okay. But this wisdom deck is really good. Especially with Kolazar and Sneak. But again, you really have to have Kolazar and Sneak in here in order for it to work its magic. See, look at that. As he gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And most of those biggernesses are because of the buffers, not necessarily because he's Valor 35. Because again, once you have him to like Valor 10 or 11, even Peach at Valor 10 or 11, all of these buffers that keep manifesting like that they keep buffing and buffing and buffing, and so it just destroys them. So that's what you're hoping for. All right, now we're on to the last trip to our mailbox. Okay, so we have the Cyril fight, right? We're going to go ahead and collect both of those, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our items. We're going to scroll all the way back down to our treasure chests. All right, and so there are 2 different treasure chests because you get 2 different sets of rewards, okay? So let's go ahead and view the contents real quick. For this one, Cyril, if you want those pyromancer, the pyromancer runes that I was showing earlier, this is why you need to kill Cyril, because you need these angel hearts. Okay, that's the only thing you get from here that's different from what you normally see, except for you get 2 of these. You see the Trent seed, and then 50 more bottles, 70 more holograms, 2 more of these, and then you get 9 extra of those, which again, inconsequential. But these hearts are what you really need for your crafting. Okay, so that's what you have. Now, so we're going to go ahead and open. There we go. And now this one, however, later on, you're going to want more of these. You're going to want to be able to kill more of these than you are of Cyril. And here's why. These right here. These demon hearts are what you're going to want for doing craft of demonic essence. Demonic essence is used in a lot of end-game crafts, so you're really going to want this. I don't know very many crafts that take that, and I don't know very many crafts that take that, but it's also nice to get demon horns. But this is really what you're looking for right here. And so then we'll open that, and lo and behold, I didn't get one. But, you know, all of this other stuff is still fairly nice. Then, so you see now I've got one of each of these summons, okay? So it really doesn't matter which one we do. We're going to go ahead and pull one out. And again, now, Briar, or also Trent, if you can see the picture is Trent, but they call him Briar. So this is the one that you get from killing Cyril, but it's the exact same fight as Peach Needle, which I'll show you in a minute. And so again, whether you're using the Ophaniel deck, the Ophaniel Defender deck, or if you're using your Wisdom deck, you need a good Resurrector, and you need it to be someone besides LG, because you just see there where he just killed everybody. LG dies real easily during that. So even if you have LG with Sneak, you really need a tough You really need Kolazar to make this deck work more often. It's not that it won't work. It will work, especially if you can get um, a few Valors on the LG. But it would just really take a lot of attacks, 50 to 100 attacks, power attacks, in order to beat this guy with LG instead of Kolazar. I mean, even with Kolazar, it can still take a lot of attacks. But as we saw in the last fight, again, um, it just depends on how many times these guys die and are resurrected to give buffs to your main attacker. And so we're on turn 8 now. He's been buffed quite a bit. He keeps generating new guys, but I'm just smashing through all of his guys, and I'm smashing through this guy. And there he goes. Right? So, when I first was being able to kill these on my own, I might have gotten 20 billion damage in the first one. And so at 20 billion per shot, per attack, you can see that it would take quite a few. If you got the 20 billion. A lot of the times I didn't even get 20 billion. I'd get like maybe a billion points damage on him, especially with LG. And so stick with it, guys, because it does take a while. All right, so we're going to summon the last one here, which is Peach Needle. There he is. Let's go ahead and switch my deck over to the Ophaniel deck. And let's go ahead and do an attack here. Kind of show you what that is. Because again, the Ophaniel deck, once you get up high enough, and if you have Kolazar, you'll be able to beat this. Again, it might take a good amount of attacks, but you can certainly kill him. Because these little guys here will wind up doing one attack each to Ophaniel, and if you have enough rage characters, then they'll hit him too. They'll hit your Ophaniel, and you'll be able to, like that, and that. And so it starts small like this, and you're like, man, I don't know if I can ever kill that guy. But then, so that you saw that one thing that he just did where he shot something over, that's the burn one. That's what I was telling you earlier, why you need the burn rune on him. Because when not that one, but he does this burn attack. It's just like Draador's burn attack, and it reduces his damage by like 70%, or his health by 70. There it was. Reduces it by 70%. But because I have the immunity to burn, it doesn't do any damage at all. So you can see that this does take a while. It would take, it takes a good amount of hits. See, so now you're getting up there into the millions. That was the burn. Okay. See, so I didn't even do a billion damage that time. Just under a billion. And so that's what the fights look like. And so you would do, I would sit here, and it would take me sometimes a half an hour. Oh, so that was 3 billion. It would take me a half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes to be able to kill this guy. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have somebody in your clan that's not a novice that can take this guy down if your time starts running out. Because this is what I did. This is what I would do for half an hour. I would just sit here and click and click and click and just hope that I had enough um, bugles to be able to make it through it. And so I would keep going and going and going. And then hopefully if I got down to either too less of a time, I would hope that I would have the 250 million or billion damage so that I had the MVP. But if not, then I would still have my clanmates beat him because it's better than a waste. And so I wouldn't get nearly as much points from it if my clanmate killed him. But during Rune Week, the old way was you need 12 maps, 12 full maps to get to the 55 billion, and you needed 32 maps to get to the um, to get into a clan that's going for the 110 billion chest. Okay, and so that's why they will accept it, because whoever the killer is, which is generally the clan leader or at least the person that's in charge of the clan most of the time, um, they get your rewards. So they have no problem in killing them, and especially your Cyrils and your Peaches or Trents, because I mean, just like me now, it's super easy for me to be able. Whoa. Oh, okay. I thought it was. Okay, so this is one of the other problems with it sometimes. Oh, you see, he just healed himself. Um, right now I've got these defenders that didn't die right away, and so my other guys did not spawn like they're supposed to. Um, there we go. Now they're in there. Um, and so this isn't going to be a one-shot kill, but yeah, you saw that one, how that burn went up and it said 0. Um, so this probably is not going to be a one-shot kill, but that's okay. My next one, it might take me 2 or 3 shots to kill him with my Wiz deck, but that's okay. I got plenty of horns. So I'm just going to end this fight, and let's hit it again. See, there you go. Let's go ahead and watch that best attack, just so you guys can see how cool it is. But again, even before I got to this level, it would still take me 20 or 30 of power attacks to get to him. It could take me 40 or more, 50. But just be perseverant and to get it done. Make sure you have plenty of horns to be able to do it. And then, you get all the cool rewards from it, and not just putting up with, part of the rewards. Because once you start getting these, and I'll show you the rewards that are cool and why you want them. Now, there is another deck that is going to work out. I can't get it yet because I only have one sneak. Once I get my second sneak, I'll be able to do it. And what happens then is you have your buffers like you normally would, but instead you have 2 attackers. And so your main attacker has sneak on him, so that actually, I'll have to figure that out. I don't know if it's your main attacker that has sneak or if it's your secondary attacker. But one of your attackers has sneak and the other one doesn't. So that each time you're attacking, your main attacker doesn't get hit by anything. I mean, not like it matters right now with my green void at 35. But that way you have 2 attackers out there instead of just one. And then your second attacker has rage on it, so that your second attacker is killing all your buffers each turn, and then also hitting those guys, because your guy can hit, I think, 4 targets at a time, and so you would hit 3 of yours and 1 of theirs. But that's what you're looking at. All right, so there's that. Now, while I'm here, let me go ahead and show you the rewards. Okay, so rules, rewards. Um, Small rune chest, and this is for individual rewards. So these special rune chests are what you're really after. And so you get one for 230,000 points, 520,000, 780,000 points. So most of the clans that you get into, they're going to help you get to 780,000 points. And then they're going to keep all the rest of the points for themselves, which is fine. As long as you get credit for it, that's okay. And then these medium rune chests, you get all of these here. So it's nice to get all of these. And then, again, these small rune chests, which are practically useless. You get these mythical orbs, which are nice. This is nice, getting these soul leader shards. You're probably not going to get a whole lot of these on this because you're going to have lots of people who do a lot more damage than you. You may get in the top 100. I don't know if I will. I haven't checked. By this point, when you're doing this, you probably already have all the Star Hunters, the Space Troopers, Kurthro, Raz, Macarian. You probably have all those, unless you're on a newer server, which I'm going to try. I'll have my newest server, 12. I'll have that one coming up here in a couple weeks. The Rune Week will be in 2 weeks from this week, I think. And but if you scroll down, then you get, you know, bottles and emeralds and guilds from all of this. At my point, I don't need any of that stuff. Doesn't really matter. But let's see. Let's go back and take a look at the clans. Right now, you can already see we're at 21 billion points, and we just started. This new week was 3 hours ago. I am in the top clan on the server for this. Rome is arguably second. They're top in other ways, but these two are the dominant clans. This here clan, this is my favorite clan. These are my homies. Love these guys. Shout out to Artie if you ever watch this, buddy. But these are the guys that helped me to get to where I am. And so I've got a special touchy-feely for them. However, you know, I'm in this one so I could do layer rewards, which I'm going to show you those fights here in just a moment. But these Phoenix clans, I love those guys. So that's who I have. And then there's these Brain Squad guys. They helped me out too. So I love those guys too. Shout out to Brain Squad. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so sieges, and let's take a look at the rules and the rewards for clans. All right. So here we go. We have the Black King chest for 110 billion. This has been around for about a year now. But these are the 4 runes that you're trying to get. All right, so here's your Defender rune. Here's your Sneak rune. This one, I believe, is the Fortitude one. Yeah, and then this one is hexproof. And so these 4 are what you're after. Okay, specifically, if you haven't had one before, you want one of these. You're going to want lots of those, and lots of these Fortitudes, and then lots of hexproof. You really only need 1 defender, but I've known people who have 20 some odd and then are not getting any of these, so suck for them. And then down here you have some of these other ones. Weakening runes are nice. Immunity against debuffs, these are really, really good. You're going to want lots of those, one for most of your guys. And then you get over here to some of the other immunities against corruption. Decay, you're going to want decay. Devouring, I showed you why you wanted devouring. And then burn. Elves. Where's the rage one? Hatred. Hatred. There it is. So then you have your rage ones. So you're gonna want 5 or 6 rage ones as well. But then the cool thing is you get 50 star elixirs for getting the top one, which is practically 1 whole Valor. 2,500 of these, 250 of those. So that's nice to have. You're going to really want these for later on in the game. And then you get these special rune chests, like the ones you have on your personal ones, starting here at 7 billion, and then all the way up to 55 billion. This is what it used to be at before they came up with 110 billion. So you get all of them up to the 55 billion. You would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus, you could get the 3 of your own. So you were getting 9 of those and this one. So now you can get 9. You can get 14 of these special rune chests with the 55 billion and the 110 billion. And so the 55 billion looks very similar to the 100 billion one, except for you don't get the cool things up at the top. You get 5 chances at these runes. Um, doesn't have hexproof. Interesting. All right, so you get a chance at these, but not hexproof. Okay, so there's hexproof, and you get 5 chests for that. And I don't think you get hexproof in that one either. So the only chat you get at getting hexproof is the 110 billion, which I was not aware of before, but now I do. And so the special rune chest, you get shots at those, and then also with the Black King, level 5 chest. So that's really what you're after with Rune Week, okay? And then all of that's inconsequential, and then you're not going to get those either. Your clan leader is going to keep those. Because it's only fair for Rune Week anyway. Okay, I think that was it for Rune Week and the maps. So let me go ahead and summon these bosses here real quick. We'll summon one of these guys. You get a lot of these per week. You can see I have over 100 of them. I don't even use them because it's only worth 4 million points, and I don't need 4 million points for anything regularly, on a regular basis. In order to get these, I'd need, like, what, 12 of these to equal one of the other ones, right? So, but, you know, if you have them, you might as well use them eventually. So we're just going to whack this guy. It really isn't that tough of a fight, as you can see. Maybe I should have watched it. Let's do best. Let's do best attack. Let's watch it. Why not? It's a long video anyway. Justice, go away. I think what I'm going to do is if I get enough of them, I'm going to add rage to my 4 defenders and then just kill them each time. And then the kill rage runes. Okay, so, you know, he'll die. One more attack here. Alright. So that was that fight. Now, as for the rewards on that one, they are different from most things. Oh, I didn't show you the rewards there. I'll get to those. Hold on. Alright, so this unicorn milk, we have no idea what it is. There's no known public recipe for that yet. And so that's what we've got. Maybe eventually we'll get that. These gold bars, they're okay. 1 bugle, dumb. And then these are used for attacking your clan mine. You know, you get 10 per day, up to 10 per day, but you know, if I'm going to kill all these, I get 134 of these bad boys, and what am I going to do with 134 of those? I don't want to attack the clan mine that much. You could use them for what I'm going to show you in a bit, though. Okay, so those ones, they're nice to have, but you know, it's not very useful. Alright, so let's go take a look at the loot on... Here, you know what? Let's do this last fight, and then I will go look at all three of those chests at the same time. Siege, rare boss, and... Okay, so these are called Seals of Doom. If you're in a clan like I'm in now, you can get these guys, and, you know, you get, I think, 5 per week, something like that. I don't remember. We're just going to use one right now. And so it has this special thing here. The coolest thing about these is whether you kill it or not, if you summoned it and somebody else kills it, you get all the rewards, which is awesome. At least you get your fair share of the cool rewards. All right, so we're going to go in here. We'll take a look at this fight. Oops, I should refill, whatever. I got a ton of them. All right, so this fight actually is going to be different. I'm going to switch this over to the Dindy Draador one because that's what we need. All right, so let's do this, and I'll show you why. So this fight, you have these 4 guys, and 2 of them are defenders, 2 of them are sneak. I don't know which ones are which. There. Okay, so these 2 are the defenders, these 2 are the sneak. And so, unless you kill these guys quickly, you're not going to do very much winning. And so you can see I have a Titan in here right now, and it's on Defender. So what you could do is if you have your Ophaniel Defender, you can put him in here, and then have your secondary attacker there. But you're really going to want to keep this guy alive. And so since he has Fortitude, and I don't have a Fortitude on my Ophaniel, this is why I have that guy there. And so... he died, which is not good, and Dindy died, which is not good. So before I got my Green Void way up to where he's at now, it took a lot of those. So watch, see how far that went down? That's why we have Draador out here during this fight. Hopefully he'll respawn. There we go. And so the ultimate goal is to use this deck to kill these 2 guys as quickly as you can. Now, it looks like Green Void is doing a really good job of killing those guys on zone. But the Draador is, if you don't have Green Void as high up as I do, Draador and Dindy are super, super important to have, so that you can smash these guys quicker. Okay. I really should put Mictlan at the back row. I'll make that change shortly. Okay, so we're going to end this one because it's not going to finish off. Okay, let's end this. All right, and then let's see. Technical down and there. Let's see. I'm going to add my Pumpkin Duke to the first row. Pumpkin Duke. There you go. To the first row, and then add Mictlan to the back row. Save. Okay. And so let's go ahead and do another power attack here. So even with my setup, again, I have to do this once, twice, maybe 3 or 4 times to get my desired results until those 2 defenders are dead. I have seen another strategy. I haven't used it yet. I don't know if I will because this strategy works better, but if you don't have a setup like mine, you can put Troglodyte in. The Troglodyte is a he gives people rage, and so what happens is these defenders then get rage, and they start attacking this guy. It's used for a different fight, but they will kill each other, and then they'll kill this guy. It's usually used for a rocks fight. I haven't used it yet. I've only tried the rocks fight once, and you can see my video on it. It worked horribly, but Artie, my good buddy Artie, went ahead and killed that guy for me with like 30 seconds to spare. Otherwise, it would have been a lost summons. But since then, I've learned, and I've gotten a lot better deck. So yeah, so you can see these Dindy and Draador are doing what they're supposed to now, this time. Even with Green Void silenced. Ooh, Green Void died. Bummer. Alright, so I lost that one. Let's do one more for kicks and giggles. I'm just going to end it. And you can see I've already done damage, so I've already gotten to the boss. So then what I do is once I have that done, I switch over to my main attacking deck. Select, back, power. And the other semi-annoying thing about this fight is that this guy's got fortitude. You can see right there that little square thing. So he's got fortitude. And that does make it just slightly annoying because a lot of times when I do this fight, Green Void gets up to his, super attack by round 10. But since this guy has fortitude, sometimes he's left with 1 HP. Not always, but sometimes that happens. And so, we're gonna, and even with silence on him, he still gets the 150% buff on his attack. So he may not do his attack that gives damages 4 times, but he still gets all the power bonuses from these guys. Eight, another 150% buff. Smash this guy. See how that went? So now I'm on turn 9. He's almost dead. But, see, now he's down to 1 because of that thing there. Now we're on turn 10. And then it's a draw. See, so that's what I was warning you about. So then I can just do a single attack and it'll kill him. But I think, nope, I have a bugle. So I'm going to use that one attack. And then since he's already at 1, fortitude doesn't fire as much. And so he'll die right off the bat. Like that. Okay. And so the rest of the fight is inconsequential, but I'm sure now that the main guy's gone, these sneaks will um, be taken care of. It doesn't really matter whether I kill them off on this or not. The fight is over. But just because I'm curious, I wonder if I'll get enough. I should. Oh yeah, look at him go. Here we go. Look at these guys tonight. Boom. There they go. All right, sweet. So that's that fight. Okay. And I think it was 50 million points that you get for that. So that's, it's nice to have the 50 million points that you get. Yep, 50 million. And then you get a star elixir, and then you get this chest. So let's go ahead and collect that, and then let's look at these chests, okay? And then I'll talk about the heroes that you get from the maps, and then we'll be done with this video. Appreciate your time watching all of it and getting through it. Here, chest. Okay, so you can see here are some of those things, and here's my angel hearts. That's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. All right, so both Trent and Peach Needle poop out the same chest, so they're not separate like they are when you do Cyril and Kazinch. And then what you get from these is you get 20 shards of Snake, the hero. You get 2 elixirs, 200 bottles, 150 holograms, 5 of these mythical orbs, and then stupid things there. But in addition, you get an extra chance to have 3 of these items, or 1 item 3 times. And so it would be up to 15 more of these, up to 9 more elixirs, up to 300 more holograms, and up to 600 more bottles per chest. Okay, so let's go ahead and open one. 8 more elixirs, happy day, plus an extra 200 bottles. Nice. And so when you're opening up 32 of these, that's the good stuff there. You open up 32 of these, you get all of these extra rewards, you get as many star elixirs as you can, you get all of that, and then you're getting these shards. So we'll talk about those shards in just a moment. And then my other one, okay, here we go. This is the chest you get from, it's a Doom's chest. This is the one you get from the Seal of Doom. So you get 5 elixirs, 350 bottles, 200 of these holograms, 10 mythical orbs, and 15 of those, which again, we all know, not really something we care about. Okay? But once you're killing all of these things on a regular basis and you're getting all of these rewards, look at that. I got 238 elixirs from these fights. Not all of those. I've already killed all of my maps that I had, so I've gotten 238 from all of my maps. Plus, I've gotten 14,100, 14,200-ish bottles from killing them all. So that's really cool. And then I already had a lot of mythical orbs and a lot of mythical orbs and other things. So, I mean, I've gotten 103 of these rune chests. I'm going to go ahead and open these. It's fun. 847. I probably will not get anything good out of all of these. And make me a liar. Nope, nothing good. All right, so when you open all of those up, you get a very, very small chance at getting anything good out of those. These are the same way, but you do get a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance to get one of these 3. I have never gotten one out of any of those. Let's open all 103 and see what happens. Nope, nothing. So a whole bunch of nothing that you need. Here are rage, so I do have 9 more rage, which I can use on those defenders like I was talking about. And then the other one is these. So I have 3 more of these that I got from the lair to kill everybody that has rage. Destroys 3 allies that have the passive ability of rage. So I will put those on my defenders. I need really 1 more to have it for all 4 of my defenders, but if not, that's okay. Not a big deal. All right. Next thing we need to talk about is we need to talk about our cool heroes that we get. All right, since I'm already on this, I'm going to go ahead and discuss what hero does this. So your second hero that you get is called Alaska, something like that, and she gives you this really cool feature for all of your mines. You just hit this and you claim them all, so that you don't have to individually go through each mine and click, 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 click. Right? So that's pretty cool, right? Yeah. The other thing she does is there's this auto feature that you can send all of your heroes, all of your hired heroes into the mines. So like if I hire these guys, then what I can do is over here on the mine, I can hit the auto button. Now, here's the bad thing about the auto button. Your King Midas up here, he is placed in the mines. So if you're using the Midas trick, which you should be doing, you will lose Midas. So what I do is before I use the auto function, I go ahead and I send a squad into the mines that contains my Infinity Gem hero, because you'll lose him to the mines if you don't. It contains King Midas, which you'll lose him if you don't. Whoever I am currently ranking, that's this hero. And then because I need a 4th hero to stick in there, I send Brath. Now, Brath is the only hero that will not be auto-assigned into the mines. Okay? So Brath is not one that you have to put in there, but you do need 4 people to send in there when you're doing a clan mine fight. So that's why I picked those 4. Once I send them, then what I do is I hit the auto, I back it up, I hit the auto button, and then I go back into the mine, inspect defenses, and then I remove and bring them back. And then that's when I will then use my DR to go back to the beginning. So that's what Alaska does. Now, here's Snake. Oh, nuts. Dare I? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna get to my maximum level. It's not that far away. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one. This gives me 8 hours each go instead of 4 hours here. While I'm doing that, let me see if I have Sid. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Sabid. Not Sayed. Sabid. Let's do that again. I still wish, and most everybody does too, that we have a higher all button. But we don't. There was Alaska. I'll show you her when we get to it then. Sorry, I lost count of the heroes I have in mind. I'm gonna finish hiring these couple guys. I'm gonna switch this back to all 23. Okay. So we still gotta do a few more of these. Wrong button. Doesn't matter. Alright. There it is. Okay. Alright, and 2 more of these. Okay. Alright, so now I can go in here. I can click the really cool claim all. Oh, the other thing is you need to be careful with is you don't want to put some of your other heroes in these mines, the ones that are 192 hours. So you'll be very careful. So I actually go through and I add my guys in the 1000 levels, the ones that are 500 mines, manually, and then I do the auto function. All right, so here's Snake. Let's go ahead and hire him. Let's get into here. All right, so these snake shards, you get 20 at a time, right? In order to, I mean, the first 20 you hire him and he's there. So that's the first time you kill a Peach and you get this guy. He does a bunch of things. He's really not that good. Really doesn't help you with anything. But what you then do after you have him is you go to your crafting and you craft your unused snake shards into that Alaska chick, whatever her, however you pronounce it. Sorry, just hiring all these heroes so that we can see her. Those guys are layer heroes. I'll do another video on that, maybe tomorrow. Okay, and so then when you get into your, when you get enough of his, we're gonna delete that and ALA. Alright, so here, for every 50 extra snake shards you have and 1 dust, you can craft Alaksha, the Starsmith, okay? And so then Alaksha, if we go up here, so you have to get, I don't remember how many you have to get her. Where is she? Looks like I bypassed her. Where are you? Wish they had, oh, there she is. Okay, wish they had a search feature. All right, and so she does some tax, which really doesn't do a whole lot for you. You could, if you really want to, what does that say? Enchanted adamantium armor, not bad, but what do you say about plasma mass from a bolter? Okay, I know what that's all about. But, so every day you receive a bonus of 4 to 6 level equipment, only on days that you log in. Great miner. or compels your heroes to work in the mine more harmoniously and amicably. So once you have her, however many shards you need to get her, then you can use those functions that I was showing. Alter, I don't want to alter her, but I'm going to take a look at her. I don't think I have any shards for her, so I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't say how many it is. So I'm not going to do that. But however many shards it takes to get her. Well, here, let's craft one. Select. Just do one. Okay, so it does take this Dust of the Void, which is expensive, and then it costs shards there. So her craft does get expensive, but then you get the once you get enough of them, you can get to her. So 300. You'd have to do that 300 times worth. So let's see, for 12 times. So 12 times 50, you're looking at 600 shards. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 50. Yeah. Yeah, so once you get 600 snake shards, you can get her. And then after you get her, then you have one more craft with it, which is very similar to hers. Why can't I remember this guy's name? It's not Negan. It's Zegan. There we go. And so 50 Alaska shards into 25 of him. In order to get him, you have to have 1,500. So every 2,000 snake shards gets you 500 Zegan shards. Okay. And so I'm really close to Zegan. Zegan is a pretty good one. He is very expensive if you're going to get him and use him. But, you know, these down here really don't do a whole lot. But up here, this is what you get. Decreases the stats of one random enemy by 65% and adds them to this hero's base stats. Or decreases all base stats of 3 random enemies by 7.5% of the hero's own base wisdom. Right here. Or curses 3 random enemies and they lose 5% ability to proc chance. So all 3 of these can hit when you enter. Well, this is active, so every time he gets hit, he does this. But the other ones, when you enter, you can also get those. So if you get this guy to Valor 35, Galaxy X, 4 stars, he is a force to be reckoned with in the clan mine, the outposts, and the attack on the castle, plus lair fights. So he is sought after from some of the top clans. A lot of the top clans already have a lot of people with him now, but I have been asked that I have talked with the clan that if I can get him there, I might be able to join them, and then not have to pay the fees for lairs. A lot of times you have to pay fees to be in the lairs. Like right now, I'm paying 7 voids a week to be able to get these lair guys. But so if where's the shop? Over here. So the other thing is if you have these guys, all 3 of these guys, then you get a bonus to the hunts. And this lady is a massive attacker and is pretty kick butt. And so if you get these, then they will let you into their clan for no charge. At least the server that I'm on, I have one clan who has said that I could do that. So if I want to get each of these, which is $200 or 200 voids a piece, which is $2,000 US a piece, spend $6,000 on these guys, or find the voids other ways, then I can join their lair for their clan for free, and not have to pay any voids. Which they have a lot of lairs, and they're charging like 17 voids a week, so it's insane. But anyway, so there you have it. Those are the heroes you can get from your maps. Those are how you fight the maps. Thank you for watching my insanely long video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll get back to you. I appreciate you taking time to watch my video. Thank you to all my subscribers. Hey, get some more people to subscribe to my videos. Yeah! I don't really get a kickback on it, so it really doesn't give me anything other than I just feel cool. And, you know, my kids are saying that they have more subscribers to me on their videos, but, you know, I don't even know what they are because I really don't know how to use YouTube. But, again, thank you for watching. God bless you, and good luck with your Rune Week fights.